I mentioned it a little bit, but his inability to consistently drive to the basket because the Dallas Mavericks were daring him to shoot. It really hurt him because that's where he likes to dominate a lot, is driving to the basket. Because he wasn't able to drive to the basket because there was always two or three guys and there was a really good on ball defender guarding him, he struggled mightily. What is good, YouTube? This your boy Aaron, and I am back for another video. And today, I want to talk about LeBron James even more. My last video, I talked about LeBron James in regards to the perception of him following the 2011 finals. Now I want to talk about exactly the truth regarding LeBron James in the 2011 finals. How bad was it? Why did it happen? And a little bit about what came about afterwards. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. Number one, when it came to the NBA Finals, matter of fact, I need to show you guys what he averaged during that finals. So, as you guys can see down here, this is LeBron James 2011 finals. He averaged nearly 18 points, nearly 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 1.5 steals. He shot 60% from the free throw line. He shot nearly 48% from the field. Yeah, it's not good. 32% from three. This was LeBron James averages. And if we go to the advanced analytics, 54% true shooting, not very good. Offensive rating 102. It's not the greatest. LeBron James was off this finals. So we need to ask ourselves this. Why did this happen? How can the best player in the world in 2011 look this pedestrian? And was the zone really that effective? Well, let's talk about it. Number one is the fact that his shot wasn't good in 2011. He wasn't a good shooter at this point of his career. And the Mavericks keyed in on that. They made sure that he wasn't going to be able to drive to the basket. They packed the paint. Tyson Chandler was huge for them in that series. And also Sean Marion, even Dirk Nowitzki to a certain extent. And also Jason Kidd for doing a really good job on ball against LeBron James. So what the Mavericks essentially did was dare LeBron James to shoot. You're not going to get to your spots. We're not going to allow you to get to the lane, to the paint, and we're not going to let you play make how you normally want to play make. And so let me show you guys LeBron James shot attempts, shot charts, the percentages he averaged during that time to get a good idea how LeBron James was playing in the NBA Finals and also in the 2011 regular season and postseason. When we look at the 2011 season, this is the regular season. LeBron James is right here. He played 79 games. He shot 51% from the field. A lot of his damage was from the painted area and from 16 feet to the three-point line. Now it's time to look at the percentages. When you look at the percentage from distance, he shot 46% from 3 to 10 feet. He shot 74% from the painted area. Then you look at 10 to 16 feet, 44%. 16 to 3 to the three-point line. 16 feet to the three-point line, 44%. And then just the three-point in general, 33%. It's a common thing. And then when we look at corner threes, percentage of 3 points attempted from the corner three was 21%. And overall, he shot 32% from the corner three. This is the regular season. Just to give you an idea. Let's go to the postseason. LeBron James, postseason, 70% from the painted area, 3 to 10 feet, 41%. 10 to 16 feet, 36%. 16 feet to three-point line, 38%. Three-point overall, 35%. Corner threes, surprisingly, 37%. But looking at these numbers, it's not good in the postseason for LeBron James. So the Mavericks decided, all right, he's not shooting the ball all that well in the postseason. So we're going to make a game plan around forcing LeBron to shooting jumpers that he's not accustomed to shoot, or rather, he's not comfortable shooting. So then we go to some other numbers. Let's go to the NBA Finals. How did LeBron shoot? Look at this shot distance. Let's go restricted area in the NBA Finals. He shot nearly 72% from the field in the restricted area. In the paint, non restricted area, he shot 33%. Mid range, 38%. Left corner, 50%, but he only shot it 2 times. 0%, shot attempts from the right corner, 3. Above the break, 30.8%. Above the break threes, by the way. And he shot that 26 times and only made 8 of it. To get a better understanding, let's go to shot distance from 5 feet. Less than 5 feet, 71.9%. 5 to 9 feet, 33%. 10 to 14 feet, 42.9%, 43% if you want to round up. 15 to 19 feet, 37.5%. 20 to 24 feet, 26.3%. And 25 to 29 feet, 40%, which is good. That's 3-point line. But most of your damage is not from 25 to 29 feet. You get what I'm trying to say. And then if we want to go even deeper into the analytics, shot distance from 8 feet. Less than 8 feet, 68.6%. 8 to 16 feet, 40%. 16 to 24 feet, 33%. And 24 plus feet, 32%. LeBron James did not shoot the ball well outside of the restricted area in the series and in the regular season and in the postseason. That was a problem. And the reason why the Mavericks were able to key in on LeBron James. He was not a good shooter at this stage of his career. Let's go to the shot chart. What did LeBron like to shoot? What was he good at shooting? Let's see. So, LeBron shot chart, he shot 42.9% at the right wing 3-point line. Pretty good. 56.9% at the right elbow. The left elbow, he was nearly 36%. Terrible. 27.8% in the left wing. Corner, 21.4% in the left corner. The right, 41.9%. That's pretty good. But you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. LeBron James was not a good shooter in 2011. He had to develop that. And he wasn't at that level in 2011. So the spacing for Miami was compromised, especially when you have Bosch playing the 4, and Bosch playing the 5. If you want to go small, you have Bosch at the 5, you have Udonis Haslem playing the 4, who's not a 3-point shooter, or you're going to go your starting lineup with Joel Anthony at the 5, who's not a shooter, not a scorer at all, and you have Chris Bosh at the 4. That was a problem, especially when you have Dwayne Wade, who got better at shooting threes, but he still wasn't an elite shooter at your 2 spot. So you have LeBron, who's not a good shooter. You have Dwayne Wade, who's more of a mid-range scorer. You have Bosh, who wasn't stretching the floor at that point outside of mid-range shots. You have Udonis Haslem, who was a mid-range, standing, still mid-range shooter. And then you have Joel Anthony, who's not a scorer at all. And then you have Mike Bibby or Mario Chalmers. You see how easy it would be for the Mavericks to game plan against that because of the lack of shooting? Okay, so let's compare that to next year for LeBron. What did LeBron do to improve his game? This is 2011, 2012. Remember, we're going to get to those. We're going to get to the compare from 0 to 3. This is in the paint, restricted area. Nearly 76%, 48% from 3 to 10 feet, 48% from 10 to 16 feet, 38% from 16 feet to the 3 point line, and 36% from the 3 point line overall. He pretty much increased his shooting from almost every distance on the court in the regular season. He took something that was a liability and made it a strength. Okay, let's go to the postseason. Now, LeBron James in the postseason didn't shoot the greatest from the outside. You'll see, but he still did good enough compared to the previous year to where he was still impressive. Let's go to the distance field goal percentage. 76%, well, 77% from the painted area, 43% from 3 to 10 feet, nearly 48% from 10 to 16 feet. The 3 point wasn't falling for him. 16 feet to the 3 point line was 33%. Wasn't falling for him. And the 3 pointer overall, he wasn't falling. But even still, the areas that he needed to improve on significantly, he did. And he leaned on it a lot compared to last year, which is from the painted area, 3 to 10 feet, 10 to 16 feet. He leaned on that tremendously and he was very efficient in the playoffs. It translated. And then another thing happened in 2012 that was very interesting that I think people don't really realize. The Miami Heat in 2011, when you have Udonis Haslem, when you have Joel Anthony playing significant minutes for you, it's going to hurt your spacing. So, what the Miami Heat did, they essentially popularized the 5 out offense, which is everybody is spread out. There's nobody in the paint, no bigs in the paint. It's all 5 guys behind the 3 point line. Everybody can pretty much hit a jumper. Do you know what that does for your star players? The amount of spacing that your star player has. That's why the Miami Heat were able to win back-to-back championships, is because they were able to adjust. They told Chris Bosh, we need you to develop a corner three. We need you to become a better 3 point shooter if we're going to have LeBron James operate in the fast break and in the half court, and Dwayne Wade as well. So they put Chris Bosh at the 5. They brought in Shane Battier. They brought in Rashard Lewis. These are shooters. These are guys that can stretch the floor and hit a 3 point shot very well. And that helped propel the Miami Heat to win back-to-back championships. But let's get back to the 2011 finals. How bad was it? The second thing that happened, LeBron James, I mentioned it a little bit, but his inability to consistently drive to the basket because the Dallas Mavericks were daring him to shoot. It really hurt him because that's where he likes to dominate a lot, is driving to the basket. Because he wasn't able to drive to the basket because there was always 2 or 3 guys and there was a really good on-ball defender guarding him, he struggled mightily. The third thing that I noticed from LeBron James as he struggled in the NBA Finals in 2011, he was way too passive. It's okay to want to assist the basketball, to set up teammates, to be a pass-first player. But what I noticed with LeBron in the NBA Finals that he did a lot, really. He was passing just to pass. What do I mean by that? When you're passing just to pass, you're not setting up anything. You're not trying to break down the defense. You get the ball and you just pass to the person without setting up anything. And it ends up hurting your offense instead of just taking it up on himself to try to score from the mid range. when he had a one-on-one look and he could have decided, you know what, I'm gonna be selfish on this play and I'm gonna try to create and make something happen from the mid range. He elected, no, I'm going to just give it off to Chris Bosh, just give it off to Mario Chalmers, just give it off to Dwayne Wade, and they'll figure it out themselves. When that shouldn't be the case. There was a play, and I'll give you a comparison to when LeBron is just passing just to pass, and then LeBron is passing to actually set something up. He's actually breaking down the defense. Here's this one play where it was in the middle of the game. I remember it very vividly. LeBron James asked for a screen from Udonis Haslem. LeBron James immediately stops Udonis Haslem, tells him to go to the left side of the court towards the baseline, tells him to stay there, then tells Chris Bosh to come set a screen, tells Mario Chalmers, points to Mario Chalmers to stay right there. I'm going to pass you the ball. And then here comes Chris Bosh with the screen. LeBron goes over the screen. He passes to Mario Chalmers. Mario Chalmers drives, passes to Udonis Haslem, and Udonis Haslem hits a jump shot, timeout, Rick Carlisle. That is a sequence where LeBron James is breaking down the defense. He's being a playmaker. It's not going to be an assist on the stat sheet, but he makes the correct hockey assist. He makes the correct basketball play because he identified the defense and he broke it down. That's the difference. This is the last thing that I noticed. When LeBron initially came to Miami, he was very lean. He was about 250. But then I noticed in 2012, he bulked up. Now, there's been rumors that he was 280. I heard Mike Miller say that he was around 270 one game, and then he got all the way up to nearly 280. So LeBron James clearly bulked up. He got a lot stronger, put on some muscle. In this series, the Dallas Mavericks were making a emphasis to abuse LeBron James, to continuously just outmuscle him in the post, off ball. There was a Yamahimi set a screen, and he just boom, LeBron James has crashed down. They were being very physical against LeBron. And as strong as LeBron was, he still wasn't strong enough to overcome certain things that he needed in order to have an advantage against an opponent. So he wasn't going to be able to bully his way against a Shawn Marion, even a Jason Kidd. LeBron James was having a tough time handling physicality in the 2011 finals. So what LeBron did during the summer, he put on a lot of muscle, probably 20 pounds of muscle, and he came in at 270. And that really helped his game in the post and just overall driving into the basket, because now he is too strong, he's too fast, and he's too physical to where the defense can just put one guy on him and expect to stop him. So those are the reasons why LeBron struggled in the 2011 finals. Physicality, strength issue. He wasn't able to shoot the basketball from the outside consistently, from the mid-range to the three-point line. He was too passive. And then the last thing, the personnel didn't fit what LeBron was trying to do. Once they put Bosh at the 5, once they got Battier, once they brought in Rashard Lewis and Ray Allen and those boys, once they put more shooting around him, he was damn near unstoppable. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and follow for more if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you guys. Peace.